Welcome everyone to Siemens Stadium in Okotoks for a Friday night interdivision matchup as the Okotoks Dawgs, representing the West, take on the East's Weyburn Beavers. Peter Klein along with you here on FloCollege on what is, as of right now, a perfect night for baseball. A few clouds up in the sky, maybe keeping that temperature down just a little bit, but no wind to speak of and beautiful sunshine over beautiful Siemens Stadium. It's Western night here in southern Alberta, and it was a Wild West type of a night for the Okotoks Dawgs as they are returning home, winning their second in a row, coming off of a 24-2 win over the Lethbridge Bulls. It was one of those kinds of nights, and it is another one in a long list of impressive nights for Connor Croson, who has done a little bit of everything in his time with Okotoks, and that continued yesterday as he went 4 for 4 with 5 runs batted in, 2 walks, and he hit for the cycle. This is someone who obviously had a very climactic end to a season. He'll be batting 5th for the Okotoks Dawgs here today, but he has obviously put together quite a run here with this Okotoks organization over the years, working his way up from the 13 and under group all the way into the player that has become just one of the cornerstones here with this group. And obviously you see that on full display yesterday with quite the performance. And again, hitting for the cycle in their matchup with Lethbridge. So they are able to get a big jump on a division rival there with a 24-2 victory over Weyburn. They'll be taking to the field first, obviously, as the home side. It'll be Connor Croson over at first base, Aiden Rose and Ricardo Sanchez up the middle, with Eric Matchey over at third. Left to right in the outfield will be Caden Williams, Jake Skaggs, and Zane Scansey. With it being Sanchez, Skaggs, and Scansey at the top of the order, Eisman, Croson, and Areola in the middle, and Matchey, Rose, and Williams putting a bow on the lineup in the bottom third. On the Weyburn side of things, coming off of a tough loss against Medicine Hat in their last game, they have certainly had a bit of an up and down start to the season, coming into this one at 7-14. But again, things starting to kind of click for them. They, going into that game, had won 2 of their last 3, a wild one against Swift Current last weekend. But things for the Weyburn perspective, hopefully starting to come around a little bit for this ball club after what was a bit of a tough start to the season for them. But once they were able to hit the road for the first time, did seem like things started to pick up for them a little bit anyway. So we will see if that is able to continue for Weyburn here today in Okotoks, which has traditionally been a tough place for most teams to play, but Weyburn looking to get things back on track. Their lineup that they'll be starting with is Noah Brooks leading things off, followed by Braden Mayencourt. John Heck will be batting third. Ryan Dauphiny is the cleanup hitter out in right field today. Trevor Dale will be at third base batting 5th, followed by Alex Alva, Zach Tanabe, Ryan Gurney, and Chet McDaniel will be rounding out the lineup for this Weyburn Ball Club as, again, like I said, they look to get a little bit of momentum going. Back on the Okotoks Dawgs side of things, obviously an organization with plenty of success and a win in the last game, getting them back into first place in the West Division. That half-game lead over Lethbridge right now with Sylvan Lake always a threat at 2.5 games back, and then Energy City, with everything that they go through, to be 5 games back, having won 3 in a row, working their way back into things at just 5 games back. For Weyburn, their first in their sights would be the Moose Jaw Miller Express. They're 2.5 games back of Moose Jaw for what would be 4th in the East Division, and then from there, Moose Jaw is 2 back of Regina at 12-10, who are 3 back of Medicine Hat at 16-8, and everybody right now out east chasing the Saskatoon Berries off to just a tremendous start in their second year here in the WCBL. So it kind of sets up like a staircase for Weyburn if they do want to go on a run, and if they are able to go on a run here where you check one box, all of a sudden you are right there with the ability to check off the other one. And we have seen teams get hot in this league before as different players come in, different players start to hit that groove, and different players start to get a little bit more comfortable with life out here in the WCBL. So it should be a very, very fun night out here in southern Alberta. Like I said, there's a lot planned with it being Western night. They had people giving, I think it was line dance lessons out in the parking lot before. They got a bunch of stuff out in the concourse here. A lot of fun to be had out in Siemens Stadium today. The start of a very important time around here is obviously one of the big days on the calendar in Okotoks is Canada Day. That'll be the game here coming up on Tuesday, as they will be once again hosting that fantastic event here at Siemens Stadium. So the weekend they are off to Lethbridge after a couple of games here. After this game today, they're off to Lethbridge for a couple before coming home for that Canada Day tilt, while Weyburn will be able to continue out on the road after this one. They will take on Brooks for a couple of games, and then heading out to Lethbridge for a Canada Day matchup out at Spitz Stadium. So lots of fun to be had as we enter what is the final full month of competition already in the WCBL. Things really starting to pick up, and you start to see where all of these teams are at. And for Okotoks, they are hoping that it is a bit of a sign of things to come, as they've won back-to-back games after a couple of losses in a row to try to get back on track, back to the winning ways that this organization, I would say, is used to, but it is probably more accurately put as demands from their players coming into this one with the 15-8 mark. We have seen the offense be a little all over the place. They've had times where the last game I was at, they almost got no hit, and the other night they go on a 24-run performance against Lethbridge. All right, there's no way I can compete with Logan, so let's set you down on the field to get ready for Western night.
Not only is it the first time this season that Weyburn is here, but we're here on Western night. On the count of three, can I get a yee-haw? 1, 2, 3! And we're very honored and happy to have our friends at Ranchmans. They're up on the concourse giving away surprises. They've got bandanas, fans. They've got the spin wheel. So if you haven't said hi to them already, go up and help yourself to some of those prizes. They're also going to be doing a little bit of giveaways throughout the game to some concerts coming up. So keep your eyes out for those Ranchman ladies. They're going to be giving some cool things away. A big thank you to Okotoks VW as well. They're set up just outside the gates. They've got some information on the test drive. You can check out that vehicle right down to the bottom of the stairs at the grand entrance to our beautiful ball diamond. Let's get this game started with our sweetie fun jewelry dog of the day. It should come as no surprise who is going to take our hometown hero, Connor Rosen. He hit for the cycle. 4-4, 7 yards. God brings more than 2 walks. He's an Academy alum who has been with us for several years now. We're so incredibly proud of him. Stay out there, and congratulations on the mighty accomplishment last night. Well, here we go. We're going to send it up to the Bill McAlpine press box. Hey, Mike, let's get tonight's starting lineup.
Dawgs fans, here is tonight's starting lineup and batting order for your Okotoks Dawgs. Leading off out of Pittsburgh State University, the shortstop, number 8, Ricky Sanchez. Batting second out of Pittsburgh State University, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Staggs. Batting third out of Campbellsville University, the right fielder, number 12, James Stacy. The leadoff batter out of Ron Park University, designated hitter, number 28, Barry Einstein. Batting fifth out of the University of Montebello. He hit for the cycle in Lethbridge, the first baseman, number 10, Connor Rosen. Batting sixth out of the University of Colorado Pueblo, the catcher, number 29, Jason Arriola. Batting seventh out of Illinois State University, the base at number 13, Eric Mackey. Batting eighth out of the University of British Columbia, the second baseman, number 5, Eden Rose. Batting ninth out of Pittsburgh State University, the left fielder, number 2, David Williams. And on the mound tonight of Bellevue University, number 21, Chase Wessels.
Fans, I want to ask you to rise. If you can, remove your hats for the plate. That's okay.
You got the mic. Start singing.
Well, that turned into quite the moment on Western night. The Western hospitality taking over as the PA system and our music having a bit of an issue. So the choir at Siemens Stadium sings the national anthem for us here today as the Okotoks Dawgs are taking on the Weyburn Beavers. Welcome back, everyone. Peter Klein along with you here on a Friday night in southern Alberta. Should be a fun one for you here today, as we mentioned before, but just want to run through it again. Starting lineup for the Weyburn Beavers. It'll be Noah Brooks leading things off, followed by Braden Mayencourt. John Heck will be batting in the 3 spot today, followed by Ryan Dauphiny. Then it'll be Trevor Dale, Alex Alva, and Zach Tanabe, with Rob Gurney and Chet McDaniel rounding out the lineup. Defensively for the Okotoks Dawgs, Connor Croson, fresh off of his cycle, will play over at first base with Aiden Rose and Ricardo Sanchez up the middle. Eric Mashi is over at third base. Caden Williams is in left field. Jake Skaggs is at center, and Zane Scanzi is over at right field. And behind home plate is Jason Areola. He is the battery mate for the debuting Chase Wessels, who comes to the Okotoks Dawgs out of Bellevue University and Lewiston, Idaho, making the start. That according to the team website. Wessels, in 15 appearances with Bellevue this year, had 8 starts. He went 6-0, also picked up a couple of saves and 3 complete games. You don't see those 2 back-to-back all that often. 65 and a third innings pitched for him, just 14 walks, 49 strikeouts with a 2.76 ERA. So a pretty good start to his time out in Bellevue in what is his second season with the Bruins out there. And now he'll be looking for a big start here for the Okotoks Dawgs. Obviously, a program that has been able to find quite a few talented starting pitchers along the way, hoping that they have found another one here as Chase Wessels looks to make his first start of the season. It is a darn near perfect night for baseball here. The flags are just slightly blowing out, so just the slightest wind is going to be heading out toward left field, I would say. And so Noah Brooks will lead things off here for Weyburn. Brooks in 21 games, hitting .349 this year with 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Wessels gets the sign. First pitch of the ball game is in for a strike, and we are underway. Your first pitch comes to you at 7:07 Mountain Time, with the temperature sitting at 19 degrees. Count now at 1-1. That's Wessels, locks, readies with the pitch, and that one hit him. So probably not the start that Wessels was hoping for, as he'll have to deal with a base runner now after the hit by a pitch. So aboard now is Noah Brooks. He has 6 stolen bases on the year, so a bit of speed over there for the left fielder for Weyburn. And Braden Mancourt now will come to the dish. Mancourt hitting .278 on the season, has a home run and 15 runs batted in. As Wessels gets the sign from Areola. First pitch, this one is skied into center field. Going back on it is Skaggs, and that one's over his head and off the wall. Skaggs plays it on a hop, gets it back into the infield quick, but it is going to be a double for Braden Mancourt, and a threat here for Weyburn. 4 pitches into the ball game. There's runners at second and third with nobody out. That pitch maybe caught a little bit more of the middle of the plate than Wessels was hoping for. And that allowed Mancourt to just sting that ball. And one of the more difficult ones to play is the one that is hit right at you, right over the head of Skaggs. Taking the route, good job getting it back into the infield and potentially saving a run. But there is some danger abroad now with Ian Heck up at the plate. I believe I said John earlier. That's my apologies. That's what I get for handwriting in my score sheet. But Ian Heck is up at the plate out of York University. Born in Antelope, California, hitting .384 on the season with 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. The 1-0 skips outside, and it's 2-0. So Wessels, maybe a bit of rust in his first outing here with the Dawgs. Has a little bit of work to do in inning number 1 here. Comes set. Readies with the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Heck. So Wessels last pitched with Bellevue on May 14th, I believe. Actually, no, sorry, May 13th against Loyola. So it has been a little bit. The 2-1. And now this ball is drilled. Deep right field. Scansey going back to the warning track. At the wall, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Ian Heck. His 4th of the season, and 3 batters in. It is 3-0 for Weyburn. That ball absolutely mashed out to deep right field. Some great power the other way from Heck, the designated hitter tonight. Comes up with a huge smash, giving his team an early lead. And that one, another one that maybe just got left up a little bit from Wessels. So now looking to settle in here with Ryan Dauphiny coming to the plate. Not much of a break. Dauphiny hitting .295 on the season with a couple of home runs. As that pitch skips outside, 1-0. Dauphiny out of Central Baptist College and Surrey, British Columbia. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at that one, 1-1. At least from up here, we don't have a radar gun, but doesn't look like the most overpowering stuff from Wessels, but that was some pretty good depth on a breaking pitch. And seems like the off-speed stuff has been working for him so far. That pitch in for a strike, and now ahead in the count. It is 1-2. Wessels looking to settle in here. The pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside, and it is 2-2. Your home plate umpire for the evening is Travis Oberg. It'll be Jared Greenberg over at first base, and Jamie Thiessen is our umpire at third base today. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looked like some good zip on that and maybe some downward movement gets the swinging strikeout. And there's one away here in the first. A much-needed strikeout there from Wessels. Said before, it has been a little over a month since Wessels pitched in game action that I'm aware of. Anyway, I could be off on that. But now a chance to settle in. Generally, you don't want to settle in while it's 3-0, but a chance to settle in for him now. And that pitch misses up 1-0. As Trevor Dale now comes to the plate. They'll be playing third base today out of the University of Colorado Springs, born in West Valley City, Utah. Swing and a miss at that one, 1-1. Dale hitting .351 with the Beavers this season, hitting 1 home run and 16 runs batted in. Wessels comes set, ready with the 1-1. That one finds the outside corner, and now he's ahead in this count. It's 1-2. Checks the sign from Ariola, now readies with the pitch. Looking for the chase. Did he go? Yes, he did. So back-to-back swinging strikeouts now as Dale goes down, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring Alex Alva to the plate. Alva out of the University of Jamestown, born in Littleton, Colorado. Hitting .250 this season. No home runs, 15 runs batted in. Over in that left-handed batter's box. First pitch. Misses inside, it's 1-0. If you're the Dawgs, you have to love the response there. Being able to battle back in that situation, the 1-0. Now misses down low, 2-0. You do wonder, having to pitch with a runner on base so early in the ball game, too. Wonder how that maybe affects some things out there on the mound for Wessels. And credit to Weyburn for taking advantage. The 2-0. Fouls this one off over to the left side. That one is going to go up into the netting and down into the Weyburn dugout. Hopefully everyone all right there. Wessels majoring in education at Bellevue. But to Columbia Basin before that. This ball stung over to the right side. Snagged by Croston. He'll take it himself and end the inning. But not before the Beavers strike thrice. They take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the first here on FloCollege.
Dawgs fans, make sure you stop right behind the press box and let's say hi to our ranks, fans, friends. Also, Okotoks BW for those proud sponsors of the Okotoks Dogs.
The first pitch tonight with a 7:07 p.m. brought to you by the Central Norway Group of Social Wealth Management. And the first inning is presented on Capital Direct, which specializes in home equity and residential mortgage financing for individuals in a variety of credit situations. Visit CapitalDirect.ca to learn more.
Welcome back to Siemens Stadium, everyone. Bottom half of the first inning. It'll be Ricardo Sanchez leading things off for the Okotoks Dawgs, who have a bit of a hole to work out of now. as they find themselves behind 3-0 after a 3-run home run in the first inning from Ian Heck. Charge into one there. So now it'll be Ricardo Sanchez leading things off here for Okotoks. Pitch misses up and away, 1-0. Defensively for Weyburn today over at first is Braden Mayencourt with Alex Alva and Zach Tanabe up the middle. Trevor is over at third as that pitch finds the inside corner, 1-1. Noah Brooks in left, Chuck McDaniel in center, and Ryan Dunphy is in right, with Rob Gurney behind home plate. The battery mate for Dylan Parton, who gets the start for Weyburn, and he is ahead of Ricky Sanchez here at 1-2. Parton making his 5th appearance of the season, all of them starts. He's 1-1 with a 5.59 ERA. No saves, 19 1/3 innings pitched, 2 walks and 13 strikeouts. Pitch misses inside. It is 2-2 to the Dawgs leadoff hitter, Ricardo Sanchez, out of Pittsburgh State University. In what feels like his 95th season with the Dawgs, has just been a mainstay here. The 2-2 fouls that one off. 15 games this season with Okotoks, hitting .349 with 6 runs batted in and a couple extra base hits. He has walked an absurd 17 times this season, including 4 yesterday. The 2-2 missed up and away, and the count runs full at 3-2. Just an absolutely fantastic eye at home plate for Sanchez. Who will call time here. Count is full now at 3-2. Sanchez also with a showing that great eye with Pitt State University with the Gorillas last year, with a .486 on base percentage, hitting .383 with the club. The 3-2 waits on the breaking ball, fouls it back. That one goes down. If I know the stadium the way I think I do, that one might be close to the stairs, probably just on the concourse though. And the count is back to 3-2. Sanchez had 7 home runs with Pitt State University. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Ricardo Sanchez goes down chasing. That is just the 4th strikeout of Sanchez this season. And the first one in 10 days. He hasn't struck out since the 17th against Fort McMurray. Fantastic work there from Patton, and there's one down. And that'll bring Jake Skaggs to the plate. The Dawgs center fielder strolling up. Also out of Pittsburgh State University. Swings and misses at that one. It is 0-1. Skaggs this year in his first season with the Dawgs, hitting .338 with a couple of home runs and 10 runs batted in. And that one hit him. So both teams getting issued free passes the hard way to start this ball game. He's hit by a pitch, so the Dawgs have their first base runner of the evening, and that'll bring up Zane Scansey to the plate.
Hamilton, number 6, the right fielder, number 12, Zane Scansey.
Scansey playing in right field tonight, hitting .355 with 4 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Did not get in on the festivities last night against Lethbridge. Skaggs not running. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Skaggs was so not running that he was basically on his way back to the bag with the lefty Patton coming home. Does have a lot of speed out there with 12 stolen bases this year. The 0-1. In for a strike. Quickly, it is 0-2. Patton settling down after a hit by a pitch. Sorry, Parton. Apologies, Dylan Parton out on the line, or out on the mound. That one misses outside. And it is 1-2. So again, apologies for the handwritten notes. Dylan Parton out of Central Baptist College and Cypress, Texas. The 1-2 from Parton. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts there for Parton. And 2 away. And again, I don't know if there was a scouting report or if Skaggs is getting a misread, but he is diving back into first as that pitch came in. As Barry Eisman now comes to the plate out of Reinhardt University, born in Tampa, Florida. Eisman hitting .443 on the season with 2 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Looking to keep the line moving here. First pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Eisman with a massive day yesterday, going 5 of 6. 3 doubles, 2 runs batted in. He came across home plate 3 times. Pickoff move over at first. Skaggs gets back in. That was just a reminder, like, hey, I'm here. We're good. Just keep an eye out. Just so you know that I know that you are there. Long look in from Parton, now comes home. Skips that one in the dirt, and it is 1-1. So yes, Eisman, the big game yesterday, as mentioned, 5 of 6. Also walked. Has had some big nights for the Dawgs this season, and a couple of home runs. After a very good year at Reinhardt. Throw over to first base, and just getting back in again is Skaggs. Eisman with Reinhardt hit .320 this year with 6 home runs and 30 runs batted in. The 1-1. Big swing and a miss there. May have got a piece of that. Either way, it's 1-2. Eisman not one to strike out a lot, just 7 strikeouts in 61 appearances. It's a couple of strikeouts over the last couple of games, and then before that, it hadn't happened since the 10th. And he would like for it to not happen here, looking to keep the inning going for the Dawgs. The 1-2 will have to wait as they check back in on Skaggs over at first. So Dylan Parton with the move that is giving Skaggs a bit of an issue as he stays nice and tight to first, which is exactly where you want someone with 12 stolen bases to hang out. Parton has his sign, now comes home, the 1-2, rolled over to the right side. Play made by Alva, the throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. The Dawgs strand 1. We go to the second here at Siemens Stadium. Beavers with a 3-0 lead on FloCollege.
Looking for a fun and exciting way to over young ballpark to this summer. The Dawgs are hosting 3 different 3-day summer camps, perfect for players at all levels. Whether your child is just starting out or looking to sharpen their game, we've got the right implement. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit the Dawgs ticket office or check out our website for more details and register today.
So fans, if you're looking to skip the lines at the concession time, scan the QR code on the back of the seat in front of you or any of the catch stickers located around the stadium, and you can mobile order. The shortstop, number 9, Zach Tanabe.
Zach Tanabe leading things off, bottom third of the order here for Weyburn in the top half of the second inning. They have a 3-0 lead here on FloCollege. Peter Klein back with you, second inning in Okotoks, the 1-0. And this ball is tattooed deep left field. Williams going back and watches it soar over the ribbon board in left field. A home run for Zach Tanabe. He got all of that one, drilling it to left, his first of the year. And the Beavers extend their lead here in the second. It's 4-0. An absolute mammoth shot out to left. Second home run of the ball game for Weyburn. It was Ian Heck in the first inning. And now it'll be Rob Gurney coming to the plate out of the University of Pikeville, born in Campbell River, BC. Hitting 128 on the year with a home run and 3 runs batted in. That first pitch drops in for a strike. Looks like some good movement on the breaking pitch there. That one, another one from Wessels that looked like he just left up a little bit in the zone. Was hit rather hard by Tanabe. The 0-1. Muscled over to the right side, and that one is going to float over Croson's head for a base hit. Rose was back behind the bag covering, but there was no way they were going to get Gurney, who floats one into right field for a single. Back-to-back hits to start the inning for Weyburn, and they have a runner on now with nobody out, and Chet McDaniel coming to the plate. That one out of Central Baptist College in 16 games this year, hitting .231 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Lewisburg, Mississippi. Nice pitch, misses low and in. And now he hammers this pitch to center field. Going back on it is Skaggs in front of the track. He will make the play for out number 1. Hard hit ball out to center field, but that is the first out of the inning. And it'll bring Noah Brooks back to the plate. Brooks was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat of the ball game. First plate appearance, I suppose. That pitch in for a strike. It is 0-1. Wessels takes the sign, now comes home. That pitch missed outside, 1-1. Brooks hit .299 with the University of Pikeville Bears this year. Takes that one low and in, and it's 2-1. U-Pike Bears, as it says on their website. .299 this year with 4 home runs and 37 runs batted in. And he's now ahead in the count here at 3-1. Some good patience there at the plate is Brooks. Has walked 14 times in 21 games. And a hitter's count here, the 3-1. Takes that one on the outside part of the plate, and the count's full at 3-2. Wessels, we mentioned, a strong first year at second year, at Bellevue. Got into 12 games in his freshman season. The 3-2, that ball is hammered to left field. That's going to be a ton foul. But that one clears the ballpark in the core for a corner. As Brooks at least gets style points for the foul ball, but it does still just count as a foul ball. I mentioned before, this was the second year for Wessels at Bellevue. Before that, he was at Columbia Basin out in Pasco, Washington. He was a 2-year captain for them. The 3-2 misses outside, ball 4. And another threat here for Weyburn in the second inning, as Brooks once again gets the free pass. This one a touch less painful than the last. And there'll be runners at first and second now with 1 away, and a meeting out on the mound with Braden Mayencourt coming to the plate. No activity out in the bullpen for the Dawgs, although there is some warming up going on now with just some band work, not the traditional throwing the ball. Definitely not the start that they wanted here for Wessels. It's just a meeting to settle down, find that strike zone again. That can be tough when you've given up a couple of bigger hits. Trust inching back into that strike zone, but I would imagine that is what the conversation was there.
First base number 7, Braden Mayencourt.
So now it is Braden Mayencourt up at the plate. Out of Central Baptist College with the Hawks. A big RBI spot here with 2 on. First pitch misses up and it's 1-0. Mayencourt was able to reach base before getting driven home by Heck back in the first. The 1-0. Takes, and it's 2-0. It was the double to straightaway center field last inning. Mayencourt hit .230 back in 2024 with Central Baptist, with a home run and 15 runs batted in and a .377 on base percentage. 429 OBP. It's a freshman in 2022. The 2-0. Nice breaking pitch to get back in the at-bat there. It's 2-1. As a hitter, that is a tricky pitch to deal with. You are sitting fastball, and you're able to drop a breaking ball in for a strike to get back in the at-bat. 2-1. Skies it over to the left side. Williams was deep. He has to charge in. Sanchez is going out, but Williams able to make the venture. The throw back into second, and they double him off. A heads-up play by Williams, and a fantastic arm able to get the runner out at second and get the Dawgs out of a jam. They do give up one, but it could have been a lot worse. Some excellent defense from the Dawgs sends us to the bottom of the second here at FloCollege.
And here on the third base side, we've got some of the Ranchery gals here. They've got free tickets to the Taylor Swift Tribute Show happening Tuesday, July 8th at 12 p.m. So if you and your family want to go to the Taylor Swift FloCollege Tribute Show, they've got tickets for some of the loudest bands. They're family 4-packs. So make some noise. So be ready.
Second inning presented by Williams Weyburn, Super Joy since 1969. The University of Montebello, the first baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
Connor Croson will lead things off for the Dawgs in the bottom of the second inning. Okotoks in a 4-0 hole, but it is a red-hot player at the dish, and Croson, who hit for the cycle in the game yesterday. First pitch in for a ball, and it is 1-0. Certainly helps the old batting average out as Croson now hitting .400 for the year with a couple of home runs and 21 runs batted in. The 1-0 waits on the breaking pitch, and it is in for a strike at 1-1. It's now 7 hits in 2 games for Croson. The 1-1 just misses outside at 2-1. 4 for 4 yesterday, 5 runs, drove in 5, walked a couple of times as well. The 2-1 missed up and away, and it's 3-1. Good eye at the plate. 13 walks in 19 games this season. Now going 4 for 4 is also going to help this, but the on-base percentage now at .517. The 3-1. Crowson rips that ball foul, and it's 3-2. Stung that pitch from Dylan Parton. So the 3-2. Breaking ball in on the hands, popped up over on the left side, and that one bounces down a couple of levels and actually ends up in the hands of Sportsnet 960 radio personality Patrick Dumas, who is able to get that one. Oh, and he tosses it off to a young fan as well. And that pitch hit Crowson. I think it hit him. Or it was ball 4. Either way, the Dogs have a runner at first.
The University of Colorado Pueblo, the catcher, number 29, Jason Areola.
So it'll be Jason Areola now coming to the plate. Dogs with the runner on. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Areola out of the University of Colorado Pueblo, born in Riverside, California. The 1-0 stings it to the left side and through for a base hit. The middle of the Dogs order getting things done here in the second. There's 2-1 now for Eric Matchey. Illinois State University, born in Okotoks.
Illinois State University, number 13, Eric Matchey.
Matchey hitting .250 this year with a home run and 6 runs batted in. Misses 1-0. And now this ball tattooed high in the air, deep to left field. Brooks going back. He'll settle under it at the track and make the play. Crowson bluffs a run to third. He'll head back to second, and the first out made here in the second inning is Matchey. Looked like he got all of that one, but just a bit too much loft under it. There's one down.
University of British Columbia, the second baseman, number 5, Eden Rose.
So Aiden Rose now coming to the plate, the Dogs' second baseman, batting 8th for them this evening. At the University of British Columbia, hitting .268 on the season. First pitch in for a strike there. It is 0-1. Squares to bunt and lays it down on the third base side. Played in fair territory. The throw to first is in time. Heck of a play by Rob Gurney to end the inning. Or sorry, not end the inning, get the second out of the inning. Charged that one. Looked like it was maybe going to go foul. But a good read, a good play, gets the out. Bring Caden Williams to the plate. Dogs outfielder made a big play in left field to end the inning. First pitch is in there, 0-1. Yeah, 1 now to Williams. Waits on that one and fouls it away. So big spot here, Dawgs down by 4. Williams would love to turn the lineup over here. Off to a good start in the year, hitting .250 with 4 doubles and 8 runs batted in. The 0-2. Breaking ball, flied into left. Brooks, battling this Okotoks sun, will make the catch and end the inning. So the Dawgs threaten, but they do not score. We head to the 3rd inning here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs in a 4-0 hole on FloCollege.
Dawgs fans, it is now time for Dizzy Bats. Today's contestants in our little spinning contest. We've got Jody and we've got Carly. The rules are easy. When I say spin, the ladies spin. When I say run, you run to dig the first one in. Are we ready? Oh, that's backwards. That means it's game time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, spin, ladies, spin! Little 2 different techniques, I see. Oh, you're still going, don't you? Alright, we'll let them spin for a little longer. Nice and dizzy. And run! You just put the bats down. Oh, man. Here I was. Jody, Carly.
Now pitching for your Dawgs out of Southwest Baptist University, number 27, Kay Langford. The meeting is presented by Bundle Wonka. Great Wonka for our friends in the country world. Hashtag Wonka. Designated hitter number 12, Ian Heck.
New batter into the ball game. Obviously, but a new pitcher into the ball game for the Okotoks Dawgs as Kay Langford checks in. First pitch swinging is Heck grounded to short. Sanchez has it. Sanchez throws it. Sanchez gets the out. 1 away. Not bad against a guy who hit a home run off of you last time up. So new pitcher in the ball game is Kay Langford for the Okotoks Dawgs. Langford in 7 games this year, 2 games started. First pitch is in for a strike there. It's 0-1. So 7 games, 2 starts, 3-1 with a 6.23 ERA. 13 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. The 0-1. Nice pitch in, and it's 0-2. Top half of the 3rd inning here. Facing Dauphiny, who is 0 for 1 in the ballgame, struck out back in the 1st. The 0-2 skips in, and it's 1-2. Last outing for Langford, he went an inning against Brooks back on the 24th. No runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, just 3 batters faced. Now the count 1-2. Breaking ball grounded to 3rd. Diving play made by Matchy. Throw to first is in time. Fantastic play by Matchy over at 3rd base for out number 2. Showing the sure hands that we've come accustomed to over on the left side of the diamond. Star by that one, and there's a couple away now. And the batter will be Trevor Dale coming to the plate. Dale 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Breaking pitch hit to third. This one a bit more conventional for Matchy to end the inning. So the Beavers go down in order here in the third. Bottom half coming up. Dawgs have threatened a couple times. Now they need some runs. It's 4-0 here on FloCollege.
The shortstop, number 8,
Ricky Sanchez coming to the plate. Don't say this often. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ball game today. Peter Klein back with you here on FloCollege in the bottom half of the third inning. Siemens Stadium in Okotoks, Dawgs and Beavers. First pitch misses up and away, 1-0. That strikeout for Sanchez, just the 4th this season for him. Now, behind here, 0-1. Pitch misses inside, it's 1-1. Sanchez just hits everywhere he goes. 383 this year at Pitt State University, 323 with Barton College after some limited playing time with Lamar in 2024. Takes that pitch inside. So the Barton year was 2023. Now he finds himself ahead in the count here at 2-1. It'll be Sanchez, Skaggs, and Scansey leading things off for the Dawgs as that one misses outside. Ahead in the count now 3-1. Breeze starts to pick up here in Okotoks, specifically here in the press box. And now the 3-1. Takes that one up high, ball 4. And so the leadoff man is aboard for the Dawgs for the second time in 3 innings. As Ricardo Sanchez, no surprise, walks. And so now Jake Skaggs comes to the plate. Skaggs was hit by a pitch in last at bat, keeping the batting average at .338. Long look from Parton. First pitch, breaking ball, big swing and a miss there. It's 0-1. Skaggs looking for that big fly on that breaking pitch, but it has been a tough one for the Dawgs to handle so far for Parton. Long look in the 0-1, and having a scamper back was Sanchez. Good to check on him as he has 7 stolen bases this year for the Dawgs. He will run back in there again, so they are certainly keeping an eye on him. Doesn't run as much as you would expect given the speed that he has and the amount of times that he gets on base. But is an ever-present threat, if nothing else. Trying to distract the pitcher here, and we know the Dawgs to be aggressive. Gets a big lead over at first. Parton didn't even bother stepping off that time and just whips it over. keeping the count 0-1. Sanchez, best I can tell, career high, I guess, in steals with the Dawgs is 12. The 0-1, nice breaking pitch in for a strike, 0-2. That thing had a little bit of nasty on it. Skaggs, like everyone, good game yesterday. 24-2 against Lethbridge. He went 3 for 7 with 2 runs, 2 doubles, and 2 runs batted in. And the throw back over. Sanchez will dive back again as the Siemens Stadium faithful get a little bit less patient with what is happening there. But certainly drawing the attention away from Skaggs, who is in a bit of a hole here. Skaggs has 8 hits in his last 3 games. Off to quite a tear. The 0-2 fouled away, and we'll do that one all over again. That'll play with Zane Scanzi waiting on deck. Skaggs this year at Pitt State University, 4 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Already with a pair for the Dawgs. The count now 0-2. The pitch. Breaking ball, and he skies this one. A mile in the air. That is going to be foul as heck, but it is well out of play beyond the Duvernay Fieldhouse. Clearing over a Dawgs bullpen that has a little bit of activity over on the right field side. So the lefty versus lefty matchup again, now at 0-2 in the pitch. Fights it off the other way. In the baseball sense and in a literal sense, as it was fouled to right and then fouled to left. So that count stuck now at 0-2, but a great at bat here. Few better swings for the Dawgs a couple times now through the order. Some good takes from Ricardo Sanchez and now a couple good hacks from Skaggs, but still behind 0-2. And he pops this one up over on the left side. That one looks like it's going to stay in. Dale ranging back. That one goes up into the netting. Out of play. So apologies. I thought it was going to stick around, but that kept drifting over on the third base side and ends up in foul territory. So another good battle here for Skaggs. And if nothing else, allows the Dawgs to see a few more pitches here from Parton, as he seemed to have them a little bit off balance on trip 1 through the order. But just let your team get a few more looks at some of these pitches and how to battle them. Still nobody out. 0-2, Sanchez runs, the pitch, a ball, the throw to second base, not in time. It's a stolen base for Ricardo Sanchez, and the Dawgs have a runner in scoring position now here in the third. Pitch was a ball, so the count's now 1-2 for Sanchez. That is stolen base number 8 on the year for him. And now runner in scoring position for Skaggs in this good battle. Count 1-2, and that one up and in, and it hit him. That one catches the hands. Skaggs will make his way to first base. They appealed down to first to see if he swung, because he was definitely starting to, and there was some movement on that pitch coming in. As now time is called, but Skaggs, for the second time today, hit by a pitch. And there are now 2 aboard for the Dawgs. Conversation now, as Weyburn wants a bit more of an explanation, and now they're going to have a conversation with our umpires again. Travis Oberg is at home, Jared Greenberg at first, and Jamie Thiessen is at third. And they're going to check to see if he did actually swing on this pitch. Or I wonder if they're checking if it hit the bat, maybe? Because it was up the way he reacted right away. I don't think there's any way it was that. They are going to check to see if he swung. And still give that wave. Weyburn disagreeing on that, but now 2 on again for the Dawgs. Similar situation in the second where the first 2 men reached. And now Zane Scanzi comes to the plate, hitting .365 on the year with 4 home runs and 14 runs batted in. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout in the first inning. But in a very good spot now for Okotoks. Campbellsville University. Scansey did not play in the game yesterday, so looking to get caught up on some of the offensive activity. Takes a pitch in for a ball. It's 1-0. Born in Gig Harbor, Washington. Scansey ahead in the count. Or sorry, that one was in for a strike. It's 0-1. That one a ball. Now 1-1. Apologies on that. So count 1-1 to Scansey. Coming off of a good year, 2024 with Campbellsville. 348 batting average, 13 home runs. The 1-1. Takes that pitch in for a strike. He disagrees, but it's 1-2. Scansey looking to keep the rally going for the Dawgs. Parton looking for his third strikeout of the day. This ball skied to right, hooking toward the corner. That's going to be well foul. And 1-2 again as Dunphy took a look over on the right field side. But we've seen the Dawgs not be easy outs here as they continue to battle. Making Dylan Parton work here in the third. Second time through the order. Said before, a few more confident takes up there anyway. A couple good swings on some foul balls. Now the count 1-2. Both runners go as Scansey lines this one right field. Ranging over is Dunphy. He dives and he makes the play. Running back into second is Sanchez. Some heads-up base running from Sanchez and Skaggs to get back. A heck of a diving play by Dunphy to probably save a couple of runs as he makes the play for out number one.
Number 28, Barry Eisman.
Snuttering Barry Eisman to the plate, 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. But again, just a fantastic start to the season for Eisman. Comes in hitting .443. Has runners at first and second with one away. Parton checking the runners back at second. Now he comes home. Just missed that one, fouling it back 0-1. He is frustrated with himself. If you're of the opinion that you only get one good one in every at-bat, that was it. That pitch was just a little bit up, but still some late movement, missing the barrel and forcing him to foul that one off. So it's 0-1 with one away. Long look in from Parton. Comes home. That one misses outside, and it's 1-1. Eisman 5 for 6 in the game yesterday. As again, his hot tear continues. 3 doubles in that one. 2 runs batted in. Love to jumpstart the offense here as they take a look back at Sanchez. He is certainly drawing a lot of attention. Like, this is not, I don't think, an unreasonable amount to be checking in on him. It's probably a lot, but he is definitely drawing all of that. The 1-1. Skies this one now to center field, not deep. McDaniel ranging over, but it will be Brooks who will make the play for the out. The second of the inning, and there's now a couple away, obviously, for Connor Croson. Croson walked in his first plate appearance of the ball game.
First base of number 10, Connor Croson.
Fan favorite here, as always, gets a few extra applause. He now has 11 extra base hits on 28 hits this season. We'll love another one here. As the Dawgs threaten again. Golfs this one to short. Leaping catch made. Zach Tanabe doing a little bit of everything for Weyburn today. A home run an inning ago, and now a leaping play to save at least a run for the Beavers in the third. We go to the fourth here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs with some work to do, down 4-0.
Section 100. We saw them on TV. this year's runners-up of Canada's Got Talent, the Martin Boys. They're coming Sunday, July 13th, and we've got some tickets. So if you're looking to get some tickets, make some noise. And we're going to be coming close to some of Canada's most exciting wrestlers. They're going to be closing down the Stampede arrangements, giving away these tickets to the top.
Now pitching for your Okotoks, number 34, Dominic Wade. Second baseman, number 4, Alex Alba.
Alex Alva leading things off here for the for the Beavers. Hits it right back to our pitcher, who recovers, throws it to first, and they get out number 1 on the play. Took a bit of a tricky hop, sorry, not a trippy one. But the out is made, and a good recovery there for out number 1.
The shortstop, number 9, Zach Tanabe.
And so now it'll be Zach Tanabe as the new pitcher into the ball game. Throwing that strike is Dominic Wade out of Ellsworth Community College. Wade, born in Des Moines, Iowa, working very quickly. It is 0-2. Making his 8th appearance of the season, no decisions yet, 5.40 ERA, 6 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks. And this is up and in. It is 1-2. Tanabe with the home run in the 2nd inning, and the leaping play to end the 3rd. Now up here in the 4th. The 1-2. Lines this ball foul over on the left-hand side. Last appearance for Dominic Wade was a couple games ago against Brooks. Pitched an inning, struck out 2 while giving up just 1 hit, no runs allowed. And actually hasn't allowed a run since 2 against Brooks back on June 2nd, and he is dealing early on here. Gets the chasing K from Tanabe, and there is 2 away. That'll bring Rob Gurney to the plate, as the Weyburn catcher hit a bloop single in his first at bat and then was picked off at second. Well, not picked off, but doubled off at second base on a man court bloop out into left field. So there's 2 away here as the Dawgs bullpen going to be tested in this one. Breaking pitch, drops in for a strike. That one had a ton of movement. It is 0-1. The 0-1. This is low and away. It's 1-1. Wade now going to slow things down a little bit out of Ellsworth Community College. 9 games with the Panthers this year. 5 games started, 17 innings. As his ball is fouled away, 1-2. Went 1-6, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts, an ERA around 10, and a 1.49 whip. And has certainly settled into things here in Okotoks looking for another strong performance. Ahead in the count, 1-2. The pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Pulls the string on the raking ball to end the inning. The Beavers go down in order here in the fourth. We go to the home half at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs have threatened a couple times, now looking for some runs. It's 4-0 on FloCollege.
We'd like to give a big shout out to all our wonderful fans on the patios this evening. If you're interested in booking group event at Siemens Stadium, stop by or call the ticket office at 403-262-3294.
The catcher, number 49, Gibson, and 3-1.
Jason Arriola will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Okotoks Dawgs taking on the Weyburn Beavers. 4-0 is the score. Dawgs have had the first 2 runners on in each of the last 2 innings and failed to capitalize. First pitch misses low and in. 1-0 to Arriola, who got a single in the second inning, getting the batting average, staying over 300. Fouls that one out of play, and the count now at 1-1 to Arriola. Hitting .308 on the year with 6 runs batted in. Couple extra base hits on the resume. The 1-1. Nice breaking pitch dropping in, and it's 1-2. And he goes down chasing. Nice breaking pitch. They'll make it official in the throw to first. So a very nice breaking pitch gets the strikeout there from Parton, and there's 2 away. Now bring Eric Matchie to the plate. Matchie 0 for 1 in the ballgame on a fly out to left field in his last at bat. Hitting .250 on the season. That batting average working its way up. Takes the breaking ball in for a strike 0-1. That seems to be the adjustment that's been made now by Parton. Mentioned last inning, the Dawgs had a couple pretty good swings, couple pretty good takes up there. Including that great swing from Matchie into left field for a base hit. Matchie thinking 2 all the way. He will hold up. It was a good play by Brooks to cut that one off. And Matchie is aboard with the single. Giving him 4 hits now on the last 2 games. And now Aiden Rose will come to the plate. Rose 0 for 1 in the ball game with the bunt attempt in the second inning. Check over at first. Now comes home. The pitch misses up and away, 1-0. Rose with a .336 on base percentage with UBC this year. Hitting .268 with the Dawgs. The 1-0, and now he stings it to left field, and that will get down for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Dawgs here in the fourth, and once again, they have two runners on. First and second with Caden Williams now coming to the plate. Williams 0 for 1 in the ball game with a fly out to left field. And that will bring a meeting out onto the mound. Parton has certainly been effective in getting out of a few jams. Mentioned first and second, nobody out in the second inning. First and second, nobody out in the third. And still nary a run for the Dawgs. Imagine a bit of defensive responsibility as well, as the Dawgs can certainly be aggressive out on the bases and draw a lot of attention. So I think some of the conversation would be with Parton to not get caught up in some of that, as we have seen many pitchers do here at Siemens Stadium, and just focus on a pretty good hitter at the plate in Caden Williams. And so once again, mentioned before, it'll be Caden Williams coming to the plate out of Pittsburgh State University. Hitting .250 on the season is Williams. Up in a big spot here, looking to get the Dawgs back into this one, down by 4. Good breaking pitch in for a strike, 0-1. That is confidence in a breaking ball to throw that in this situation. Able to get ahead in the count here and try to start working through it. And pickoff attempt at second, diving back in safely, is Matchy. Matchy does have 3 stolen bases this season for the Dawgs. One of them coming yesterday as that pitch fouled away. And it is quickly now 0-2 to Williams. As mentioned, hitting .250 on the year with 8 runs batted in. In 15 games with this Dawgs team, his second year with Okotoks, hit .307 with the Dawgs a season ago. 15 runs batted in with them. Helping the team progress towards a championship. Now just looking to progress towards getting back in this game. Down by 4. Long look in there from Parton. I've seen that a couple of times from him too, trying to mix up the timing, mix up the delivery, and to slow things up to try to offset some of the timing of the base runners out there for the Dawgs, who, as mentioned before, they will be very aggressive. The 0-2 to Williams. Breaking pitch, hit through the left side, a base hit. Matchy getting a stop sign at third. He will hold there, but it is a single for Caden Williams, and the Dawgs have the bases loaded here in the fourth with the top of the order coming up. Williams, 2 strikes, shortening up that swing. They were basically holding the runner on at second, and that opened up that left side. Now, if there is a shortstop there, I think that's getting through anyway. But now it'll be Ricky Sanchez coming to the plate with the bases loaded. Dawgs down by 4. Looking to get back in this one. Sanchez, 0 for 1. He walked in the third. Stole second, was stranded at third base. So a big moment now in this ball game. Dawgs trying to break through. Parton misses outside, 1-0. The walk was Sanchez's 18th of the season. He has been so patient at the plate and being a table setter for this Okotoks team. They are in over at first base anyway. And the pitch in for a strike. It's 1-1. It's an interesting defensive formation there. You have Mayencourt in at first. The infield playing at double play depth with Sanave and Alva, and Dale is at his regular depth over at third. The 1-1. Sanchez fouls that one away. It's 1-2. Sanchez struck out in the first, just the 4th time this year he has done that. Had 15 runs batted in for the Dawgs in the regular season last year, another 10 in the postseason. looking to add to his 6th this year. Harton rocks and fires the 1-2, just missed on the outside part of the plate, or off the outside part of the plate, I suppose. It's 2-2. There is double barrel action down in the Beaver bullpen. Looks like 2 righties down there, as the Dawgs threaten once again here in the 4th. The 2-2. Stung into left field and down for a base hit. Matchy scores. Stop sign up for Rose. It's an RBI single for Ricardo Sanchez. And the Dawgs are on the board. It's 4-1. Great eye at the plate, but also a confident approach. With 2 strikes, able to go the other way, flopping that one in and bringing Matchy home to make it 4-1. And the bases stay loaded for Skaggs.
Number 3,
Skaggs yet to have an official at bat. He is hit by a pitch in the 1st and hit by a pitch in the 3rd. So perhaps retribution on the mind with the bases loaded now in the 4th. Takes that pitch inside, 1-0. Imagine obviously a bit in the scouting report if you've hit him twice to try to pitch inside. The 1-0. Skaggs takes, it's a strike, it's 1-1. Nice breaking pitch again. Looks like he has a pretty sharp break and then one that has a bit more of a softer side to it, if you will. Spartan. Readies with the 1-1. That skips in. Rose with an aggressive break on the 3rd baseline and then goes back. The count now 2-1 to Skaggs. 41 runs batted in this season with Pitt State University. He is already at 10 this year. 2 of those coming in the game yesterday. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Stung to the right side for a base hit. Rose will come in to score. It's station to station for the Dawgs, and it's a 4-2 ball game. The hits keep coming for Okotoks. An RBI single for Skaggs. And a 4-2 lead now for Weyburn.
Right fielder, number 12, Zane Scansey.
Zane Scansey now comes to the plate. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out in the 1st and then had 2 RBIs taken away from him on a diving play by Dunaphy out in right. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Scansey, 4 home runs this year, 14 runs batted in. Skies this one, he got under it over on the left side. That one might bring some water down with it. Brooks hauls it in. Coming in from 3rd is Williams. He will score. And the Dawgs are within 1. It's 4-3. Scansey gets the job done. Just looking to get a high fly ball to the outfield. Mission accomplished. And it is now 4-3 with Barry Eisman coming to the plate.
Designated hitter, number 28, Barry Eisman.
Barry Eisman up the dish. Again, he has been everything you'd want for the Dawgs this season at .443 batting average. 5 hits in the game yesterday. First pitch. In for a strike, it's 0-1. Eisman 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Grounded out to second base in the 1st inning and flew out to left in the 3rd. Now up again here in the 4th. Dancing over at second is Sanchez. That pitch skips in. A good block back behind home plate by Gurney. He's had a pretty good day back behind there, making the play, and it is 1-1 to Eisman. Looking to keep the inning going. 3 already in for the Dawgs here in the 4th. Tying run out in scoring position. The 1-1. Takes, and it's 2-1. Eisman with a couple of home runs this year, one against Sylvan Lake, the other against Brooks, both happening early in the month. As Parton continues here in the fourth. Long look in, now ready with the 2-1. Takes outside, and it's 3-1. Sorry, that is a different pitcher in the ballgame. My mistake, I missed that. It is Josiah Mendoza who is in there out of Eastern New Mexico University. Apologies on that. So it is Josiah Mendoza in pitching. And behind in the count here, 3-1. The pitch. Right down Broadway, and the count's full at 3-2. Mendoza this year, 9 games, had an 8.64 ERA. No saves, 8 1/3 innings, 8 walks, 8 strikeouts. Looking to get out of this pickle here. Full count. Runners will be off on the pitch. Except they won't, because they look back. So another lefty in for Weyburn. Apologies for missing that one earlier. Checks now comes home. The runners go. The 3-2 sky to center field. McDaniel going back on it, still going back. Makes the running catch in front of the track and ends the inning, but not before the Dawgs strike 3 times. It's 4-3 Weyburn going to the 5th here on FloCollege.
The fifth inning is brought to you by the Nothing Drink. Locally owned wine market in Old Town Okotoks. Nothing Drink offers a great selection of delicious wines, unique spirits, and craft beer, as well as a beautiful tasting bar for classes and occasions. Now pitching for your Dawgs out of Campbellsville University, number 18, Ryan McFarland. Center fielder number 2, Chet McDaniel.
Chet McDaniel to lead things off for the Beavers here in the 5th inning. Peter Klein back with you from Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. 4-3 is the score, and what's been a fun one here in Southern Alberta on a Friday night. First pitch. Hit right back up the middle, just past the glove of McFarland, just past the glove of Rose, and into center field for a base hit. And that is how we introduce you to the new dog out on the mound, Ryan McFarland, making his 10th appearance of the year. He's 0-1, that ERA coming down and down, now at 7.59. 10 2/3 innings pitched for McFarland. He has 8 strikeouts, 6 walks.
Number 23, Noah Brooks.
And that'll bring the leadoff batter up now in Noah Brooks. Brooks has reached base twice, hit by a pitch and walked. Takes that breaking ball in for a strike, as it is now 0-1 to Brooks. University of Pikeville was named Academic All AAC this year. The 0-1, another breaking pitch. That one just high, I think. And it's 1-1. Brooks had a 443 on base percentage. Takes that one for a strike, 1-2. 453 on base percentage with Pikeville this year. That was tied for second on the team. It went 10 for 10 on stolen bases. But is behind in the count here, 1-2. The pitch flared to right field. That one hooking toward foul territory and will land just foul outside the right field line. Just a very terrifying strike for the Dawgs as that one fell in. Some good work here by the Dawgs bullpen. Been tasked with a bit of work, but it has been shut down innings the last couple. The hit there from McDaniel ending a string of 7 out in a row. 7 retired in a row. And the 1-2. Just missed at 2-2. Farland this year at Campbellsville University, 18 games played, 58 1/3 innings pitched, 5-2 with 43 strikeouts. The 2-2. Misses low and in, and the count is now full at 3-2. Brooks obviously good patience at the plate. He walked earlier. He has walked now 15 times in 21 games. Looking to get some insurance now for the Beavers. Runner goes at 3-2. The pitch a ball, so it doesn't matter. And the first 2 are aboard here for the Beavers in the 5th. And it'll be first and second with nobody out for Braden Mayencourt. McFarland hasn't allowed a run since giving up 4 against Moose Jaw on June 12th. Outing is against Energy City, Fort McMurray, and Brooks in there. As Braden Mayencourt comes up to the dish, he is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Doubled and scored in the first and flew into a double play in the second inning. That pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Mayencourt out of Central Baptist College. Born in Langley, BC. The 0-1 takes, it's a strike, and it's 0-2. So McFarland doing a good job of getting ahead in counts. Now looking to finish what would be a big out here in the 5th. Checks the runner back at second. Now throws there. Sanchez ready for the play, but diving back in safely was McDaniel. Some good heads-up play there. Getting back in time. And now the 0-2. Missed up and away. It's 1-2. That was one where Mayencourt definitely wanted that one. Those high strikes, or those high pitches, I should say. Tough to hold off, especially at 2 strikes. He lives to fight another day now. The 1-2. Watches that one again, and it's 2-2. So again, McFarland's been ahead of most batters in this ball game that he has faced anyway. Now maybe nibbling a little bit, trying to work his way through it. The 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3 call. McFarland kept nibbling and nibbling on that outside corner and finally gets him for his first strikeout of the evening and a big first out. And that'll bring Ian Heck, who drilled one off of the scoreboard in the first inning. That is 3 of the 4 on the Beavers score line. The 3-run home run in the first. Now a meeting on the mound for the Dawgs. There is some activity down in their bullpen. On what is Western night here at Siemens Stadium. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Energy City Cactus Rats with a 4-2 win over Swift Current earlier today. Brooks has a 2-1 lead on Sylvan Lake in the bottom of the 5th out in Gulls Stadium. Moose Jaw Miller Express up 3-2 on Fort McMurray up in Fort Mac. Regina up 7-2 on Medicine Hat. That game is in the top half of the 5th inning. So now Ian Heck will come to the plate. A 3-run home run in the first has him 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch stung to second. Rose to second for 1. Sanchez to first 2 with double play. And the inning is over. So Weyburn threatens, but they don't get any more insurance. We go to the home half of the 5th here at Siemens Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Dawgs within 1 here on FloCollege.
They're the best dance floor in Calgary.
Now pitching for the Weyburn Beavers, number 16, Isaiah. The first baseman, number 10, Connor
Croson, the only Dawg that didn't come to the plate in the bottom half of the 5th inning, will step up now in a 4-3 ball game against a new pitcher. It is Isaiah Granado out of Whitman College, born in Pico Rivera, California. To his line in a second. The righty breaking ball. First pitch swinging is Croson, grounded to short. Tanabe is there for out number 1. Granado this year making his 9th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 10.50 ERA. No saves. He has 12 innings pitched on the year, 8 walks, and 17 strikeouts. As Jason Arriola comes up to the plate now, he is 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Singling in the second and striking out to lead off the 4th. First pitch, in for a strike. It is 0-1 to Arriola. Did not get in on the festivities yesterday, but went 1 for 2 with 3 RBI in the 9-2 win over Brooks. And that pitch misses inside, 1-1. Renado's last appearance, looking to shake it off as he gave up 4 earned runs in an inning against Sylvan Lake. 4 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. It's back-to-back 4-run appearances for him. So looking to settle back in. The 1-1, and that one hit him. So Ariola is aboard on the hit by a pitch. And that'll bring Eric Matchey to the plate, who has had a fine game defensively over at third base. And is also 1 for 2 with a run scored. Takes that pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Matchey 3 for 5 in the game yesterday, hitting his first home run as a Dog with 3 runs batted in the 24-2 victory. We have now 6 runs batted in on the year. Nice play back behind home plate by Gurney. And the count's now even at 1-1. So again, we've talked about the development of a few players like Matchey, who you watch kind of grow before your eyes in this league. Said it with Conrad the last time I was here, just seems to take step after step with this team. Those steps taking him to Illinois State University. Look in from Granado, the 1-1. Just missed outside, it's 2-1. Three hits in the game, matching a season high. He also had 3 hits. He went 3 for 6 against Energy City in a 20-1 win for the Dogs. Ahead in the count now, 2-1. Breaking pitch. Missed inside, it's 3-1. Gurney a little surprised by that one, as it has been a couple from up here appeared like borderline pitches that went the Dogs' way, and has Matchey well ahead in this count now. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's 3-2. Tried to hold up, but that one, we have seen full swings that weren't as far around as that one. So 3-2 now the count. Couldn't quite squeeze up on that. That is ahead in the count still. Yes, it's full at 3-2. Renato with the long look in. Now comes home. The full count pitch misses outside, ball 4. And once again, the Dogs have first and second on a hit by a pitch and a walk. And that'll bring Aiden Rose to the plate, and it'll bring out a meeting on the mound as some activity starts down in the Weyburn Beavers bullpen. So Aiden Rose now coming up to the plate. Rose singled and scored in the 4th. And was put out on a bunt attempt in inning number 2. Dogs down by 1 in this one, trying to pull even. And so the UBC Thunderbird makes his way to the plate. He has been a tough out for teams this season. Hitless in the last couple, but before that, had been on quite a tear with only 2 hitless games all year. And he will take 1-0. Also should mention in his last game on the 25th against Brooks, he did walk. So even on the games he doesn't get a hit, still finding a way to make an impact, getting out on the bases. Getting that average up to the 368 that we see it at today. The 1-0 in for a strike. It's 1-1. Hitting .231 with UBC this year with 12 runs batted in after a very good year last year, where he hit .286 with a home run and 20 RBI. The tying run potentially out at second base. The 1-1 from Granado. Nice breaking pitch, but it just missed up and away, and it's 2-1. Tough one to lay off. Got a bit of a buckle from Rose. But he was still able to lay off that pitch, and it's 2-1. It's Granado trying to find the zone. 13 pitches, 8 balls so far. Checks the runner at second, now comes home. That one misses high and tight, and it's 3-1. Granado in danger of walking the bases loaded. Here in the 5th. At second is Arriola. He was hit by a pitch. At first is Matchy after he walked. Granado from Whitman College. On the bump, the 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded again for the Dawgs. And that'll bring Caden Williams to the plate. With the bases loaded, he was up with runners at first and second last inning. And was able to get on to load him up for Ricardo Sanchez.
Fielder, number 2, Caden Williams.
Williams, as mentioned, reached base in the 4th inning. Did not in the 2nd as he was put out. Bases full of Dawgs. First pitch swinging, he fouls it off. It's 0-1. A little surprised at that, with back-to-back walks after a hit by a pitch. Long looking from Granado. The 0-1. Foul, tip that one back. It's 0-2. To be a big out for Granado, obviously, with the bases loaded. Any kind of a hit at least ties this ball game up. Granado with the look in, ready with the sign. Comes set with the 0-2 pitch. Skips that one in. It's 1-2. Granado this year with the Whitman Blues. Got into 10 games, had the ERA of 10. In 10 innings, 18 hits allowed, walked 8, but 14 strikeouts. So you can see there's some electric stuff there. Looking to find it here with one away. The pitch skips inside and it gets away. Breaking for home plate is Arriola. He will score, and this game is tied. Arriola comes across on the wild pitch, and the Dawgs have pulled even here in the 5th. Everybody advancing. There's runners at second and third now for the Dawgs with one away. The pitch was also a ball on that one, so it's 2-2 to Williams. And so now the potential go-ahead run just 90 feet away. This ball hit to second. Played on a hop by Alva. He will make the play for the out, but the run will score, and the Dawgs take the lead. An RBI ground out from Caden Williams brings Matchy home to give Okotoks their first lead of the night at 5-4. They work all the way back to take the lead here in the 5th. And that is going to be a pitching change and going to be it for Isaiah Granado. We will find out who his replacement is in just a moment here on FloCollege.
Now pitching for the Weyburn Beavers, number 18, Logan Kinter. The shortstop, number 8, Ricky Sanchez.
So Ricardo Sanchez is up now for the Dawgs against the new pitcher into the ballgame for Weyburn. It is Logan Kinter, who is out on the mound out of Eastern New Mexico University. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Kinter out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, pitching in his 8th game this year. He is 2-3, 2.46 ERA. That pitch misses outside. It's 2-0. 14 2/3 innings pitched for Kinter, just 6 walks and 20 strikeouts. Very, very effective here for this Dawgs side. The 2-0 misses outside, 3-0. As Sanchez's aura is just pushing pitches away from home plate. This counts now 3-0. Sanchez singled in the 4th, walked in the 3rd, and will walk here in the 6th. So just the 7th walk issued by Kinter this season and the 1st since June 7th. Means we have runners at the corners now for the Dawgs, and Jake Skaggs coming to the plate. Skaggs has reached base every time, got a hit in the 4th inning, and was hit twice. First pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Dawgs taking their first lead of the ball game here, now looking for more with, I believe that's Rose over at third base. And that ball hit him. For the 3rd time tonight, Jake Skaggs gets plunked, and the bases are loaded. Here in the 5th. So hit in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. I don't have the official records handy. That has to at least be close. So now Zane Scanzi comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Did have an RBI sac fly in the 4th. And comes up with the bases loaded again now in the 5th. Dawgs sent 8 to the plate in the 5th inning. This is their 8th of the inning here. Sorry, they had 8 in the 4th, now 8 in the 5th. That one in for a strike, 0-1. Kinter comes set. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. So a big strikeout guy, now a pitch away from doing just that. Had 5 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings with Eastern New Mexico this year. The 0-2. And Scanzi fouls that one away. We'll do it again at 0-2. 10 appearances for Kinter this year with Eastern New Mexico University, 1-0. 13.86 ERA, 12 innings pitched, the 5 walks and 5 strikeouts issued. Well ahead of Scansey here at 0-2. The pitch is a breaking ball, slipped out of his hand. Ducking for cover was Scansey. It's 1-2. Ginter with a strong last outing, picked up the win, going 4 2/3 innings, striking out 9 of the 17 that he faced. No hits, no walks allowed. The 1-2 popped him up. Over on the right side, Mayencourt making his way over, now has to backtrack, and he's able to make the play to end the inning. But not before the Dogs take their first lead of the night. It's 5-4, heading to the 6th here on FloCollege.
Now pitching for your Dawgs of Panola State Community College, number 39, Trey Macwood.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Dogs, as it is Trey Macwood out on the mound out of Panola College, born in Calgary, making his 12th appearance of the year. 0-1 with a 3.21 ERA, 14 innings pitched, 8 walks and 10 strikeouts, facing the heart of the Weyburn order here in the 6th. First pitch is hidden for a strike. It's 0-1. He'll be facing Ryan Dauphiny and then Trevor Dale and Alex Alva for Weyburn here in the top half of the 6th inning. The 0-1 high fly ball to right. Scansey drifts back on it, makes the play for out number 1. Going to bring Trevor Dale to the plate. Dale is 0 for 2 in the ball game, striking out in the first inning and grounding out to third base in the third. So again, excellent job by the Dogs bullpen. It was 4-0 after 2 innings. Scoreless third, or 3 up, 3 down third, 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. A couple guys get on in the 5th, but they're able to get out of it with a double play. And now the first one out here in the 6th inning. Count now 1-0 to Dale, as that pitch misses inside, 1-1. Macwood, 5 games with Panola College this year, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a 4.15 ERA. Comes ready with the 2-0. Missed up. And the count is now 3-0. Mackwood's last outing, he went an inning. Just 3 batters faced, striking out 1. And now the 3-0. Missed outside, ball 4. So Dale is aboard for the first time today, and that'll bring Alex Alva to the plate. Alva also 0 for 2. He grounded out to first base in the first, and grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. Out of Jamestown, the University of Jamestown.
Number 4, Alex Alva.
And the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1. So good job there, settling back in. The 0-1. Missed outside, and it's 1-1. Alva hitting .250 this year. Has walked 15 times, so a good eye up at the plate. The 1-1. In for a strike, it's 1-2. Now the 1-2. Mackwood delivers. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Alva disagrees. Mackwood, though, gets a big second out of the inning here, his first strikeout. And there is 2 down. So now it'll be Zach Tanabe, who went deep in his last at bat, or not his last at bat, his first at bat. Up here with 2 down and 1 on. Beavers down by 1. Tanabe fouls it back. Count now 0-1. And ball boy comes out and makes a heck of a play. Tanabe out of Graceland University. Born in Hawaii. The 0-1 in for a strike. It's 0-2. And Tanabe disagrees. And now the Siemens Stadium faithful. What is another packed night here in Okotoks. Getting ready and behind Mackwood. The Calgary kid on the mound looking to finish things off here in the 6th. Gets the sign, comes ready with the 0-2. Chopped, foul, and will do it again. Count stays at 1-2. Tanabe hitting .219 this season. Here with Weyburn, but hit .349 with the Graceland University Yellow Jackets. The 0-2 runner goes. The pitch is called. Strike 3, so it doesn't matter. Another strikeout for Mackwood ends the 6th inning. To the home half we go now at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs up by 1 on FloCollege.
The Okotoks Dawgs would like to extend a very happy birthday to the following fans joining us at the game tonight. Happy birthday, Geraldine. Happy 7th birthday, Brody. And happy 65th birthday to Claudia Colvin from all her friends in Section 105. Dawgs fans, it is the last call to purchase your 50/50 tickets. Please visit one of our Academy players walking around the concourse or visit either our first base or third base 50/50 tables. Designated hitter, number 28, Barry Eisman.
Barry Eisman leading things off for the Dawgs. They have back-to-back innings where they've sent 8 to the plate. As we are now into the bottom of the 6th inning, Peter Klein along with you guys here on a Friday night, now under the lights in Okotoks. 5-4 the score for the Dawgs. As that pitch hits the outside corner, it's 0-1. It'll be Eisman, Croson, and Arriola coming up here as they face Logan Kinter back out there for another inning after he mopped things up last inning. The 0-1. Skies this ball into left center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Couldn't have walked it out there and placed it any better. That found a hole and is another leadoff hit for the Dawgs. Eisman's aboard with his first hit of the ball game.
First baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
And now Connor Croson coming up to the plate. Croshow 0 for 2 on the ball game with a walk. Coming off of a obviously fantastic performance a night ago. Fouls that one away. You get to the point where even if he doesn't get a hit today, 4 hits in 2 games and a pretty good run. As Eisman takes the lead over at first. Pitch, a breaking ball. Croson waits on it and lines it into left field for a base hit. His first hit of the ball game. Eisman rounding second. He'll get to third without a throw. And there are Dogs on the corners to start things off in the 6th. Connor Croson always finding the holes out there. Gets another one. It is a single for him. It's now 5 hits in a couple of games. And the Dogs have 2 on with Jason Arriola coming to the plate.
The catcher, number 29, Jason Arriola.
Arriola was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. It is 1 for 2 after a single in the second. First pitch fouls that one off, and it's parking lot bound. 0-1 to Arriola, who hit .320 this year at Colorado Pueblo with 11 runs batted in and a .426 on-base percentage. Against Kinter out of Eastern New Mexico University. The 0-1. In for a strike, it's 0-2. And again, lots of fun things about this league, but you love that you have a pitcher from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, facing someone from Riverside, California, in southern Alberta, as they face off with a play-by-play guy from southern Saskatchewan. For the Weyburn folks watching, my first provincial baseball tournament was in Weyburn. We don't need to talk about how it went. Long look in here from Kinter, the 0-2. Skips in the dirt. Good block from Gurney, who's been very good tonight. Count now 1-2. Arriola has struck out just twice all season. So again, the count 1-2. Sorry, had a bit of an issue, and now they got him hung up. Trying to get caught in the rundown here is Croson. He'll get tagged out. Eisman couldn't quite get the break that he wanted off from third. And so a rare mistake from Croson, who will get picked off for out number 1. Still the runner at third. Very tempting, probably, for Eisman over at third to maybe make a break and try to come home. But very well played, very well defensed by Weyburn, getting that first out. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball from Kinter. You can see where the 20, now 21 strikeouts come from. And there's one away for Eric Matchey. Bottom third of the Dawgs order, getting it done tonight. Matchey is 1 for 2. A single and a run scored in the 4th, a walk and a run scored in the 5th. Rose has done the same, singled and scored in the 4th, and then walked and reached 3rd in the 5th. Williams also singling and scoring in the 4th. So 4 runs coming from the bottom of the order, and now an RBI as Matchy lines it into right field for a base hit. In to score is Eisman. It's an RBI single for Eric Matchy, and a little bit of insurance for the Dogs at 6-4. Again, the maturing of a hitter. Getting that first pitch to drive, knowing that it just needs to touch grass, and able to make some very good contact the other way to right field for an RBI single. That'll bring Aiden Rose to the plate. Mentioned before, 1 for 2, singled and scored. Has also walked. Just got a piece of that one, so he fouls it back. And it is 0-1. He's our bat boy or ball boy, so he comes in and steals the show one more time. Kinter now set with the 0-1 pickoff move over to first base. Diving back in is Arriola. Kinter is pursuing a degree in biology, looking to become a chiropractor. Eastern New Mexico. Again, got into 10 games this season, made 6 appearances in 24. As a freshman, takes that one high and tight. 1-1. Again, a beautiful night. We saw the sun cause some problems earlier. That does not seem to be an issue anyone's going to be burdened with now with some cloud cover. The 1-1 fouled off into the Okotoks evening. And it is 1-2. Rose looking to keep the inning alive and bring Williams up. They've already added some insurance on the RBI single from Matchy, who is now at first with a pretty good lead. Think they noticed. Throw over. Diving back in is Matchy. So now Kinter comes set, ready to take on the Calgary kid, but we'll have to wait. That was a near perfect pickoff attempt. Mayencourt either thought it or was selling it, but he had a pretty good product to sell. That one was close over at first base. Good pickoff throw, taking the tag right into the runner, but diving back in safely was Matchy. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball, Rose hits it to third. Nice play by Dale. Throw across the diamond is in time, and the inning is over. But the Dogs add another, and they take a 6-4 lead into the 7th here on FloCollege.
Presented by 8 Farmers of Alberta. Over at 8farmers.com with a line price, affordable local eggs every day. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse with 6 grams of protein that knocks it out of the park. Now pitching for your Dogs out of the University of Colorado Pueblo, number 26, Frank Flores.
Pitch is a ball, 1-0. Welcome back, top of the 7th inning. Siemens Stadium. Dawgs with a 6-4 lead on the visiting Weyburn Beavers. And a new pitcher into the ballgame. It is Frank Flores out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, attending the University of Colorado Pueblo. The 1-0 pitch fires that one in. It is a ball. 2-0 to Rob Gurney. Flores this year, 11 games pitched. 2-1 with a 5.90 ERA. 10 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts with 4 walks. It's popped up foul. And it's now 2-1. Flores coming off of a bit of a rockier one, at least for him, giving up one earned run in 2/3 of an inning against Brooks. But a nice pitch gets him back into the count at 2-2. Gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, struck out 2 in the 2/3 of an inning against Brooks. Happy to see someone not Brooks. His last 2 appearances come against them. The 2-2. Hard hit to center field. Racing over and making the play is Skaggs for the first out. That ball was stung by Gurney, who is now 1 for 3. And there is 1 away. Here in the 7th inning, bringing McDaniel back to the plate. Chet McDaniel is 1 for 2. Out of Central Baptist College, born in Lewisburg, Mississippi. In for a strike, 0-1. Flores working very quickly, the 0-1. Swing and a miss there, it's 0-2. With Colorado Pueblo this year, he started 2 games, pitched in 6. 6 1/3 innings, 2 losses, no wins, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. Looking for the K here, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Flores dealing, gets the second out quick. Certainly bringing the heat tonight. Kid from Colorado Springs, and it's down to the top of the order for the Beavers with Noah Brooks coming to the plate. Brooks has reached all 3 times today, scored in the first. Looking to keep the inning going here with 2 away. First pitch in for a strike, it's 0-1. Mentioned the .453 on base percentage before. You can see where that's coming from. As that one skips away, it's 1-1. Again, Flores works quick. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Bringing that velo tonight is Flores. The righty from Colorado Pueblo University. Looks to sit another one down. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fired up as he heads to the dugout with the Dawgs up by 2. Stretch time at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks with a 6-4 lead on FloCollege.
Stretch it out a little bit. We've been singing a lot. Go get the dumpster in the store. This section. Most importantly, I want all of you as loud as you can, because I know you can sing. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Take us out to the ballgame, press box. Take me out to the ballgame. Take me out to the crowds. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, so root for the boss team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3, starts to grab at the old ballgame. The 7th inning stretch proudly brought to you by WCBL Country. Hey, let's go down to Siemens Stadium. Let's make some noise.
Left fielder, number 2, Nathan Williams.
Caden Williams will lead things off here in the 7th. Williams 1 for 3. He scored a run in the 4th. Rest is still unwritten for him. We start things off here in the home half of the 7th. Peter Klein with you on FloCollege. It'll be Williams, then back to the top of the order with Sanchez and Skaggs here in the 7th. Kinter stays in for another inning of work. The 0-1, nice pitch in there. It's 0-2. Kinter settling down in that last inning. Had a threat against him. A run did come in, but was able to settle down and get out of it. The 0-2, that one misses outside, 1-2. Williams hitting .310 this year with Pitt State University, after a .332 season at Emporia State. The 1-2 breaking pitch misses outside at 2-2. No activity in the Beavers bullpen. Last outing for Kinter, he went 4 2/3 against Sylvan Lake, so certainly some length in that arm. Doesn't look like there's much going on in the... Oh, no, there is some activity down there as well. Trusso went pretty hard. That one missed inside, 3-2. I would imagine Flores had a kind of emptied the tank on a lot of the pitches out there, throwing with max stuff. Count full now to Williams. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second K for Kinter. And there's one away here in the home half of the 7th with Ricardo Sanchez now coming to the plate.
Shortstop number 8, Ricky Sanchez.
Ricky Sanchez has reached base every time in this ball game, except for one when he struck out in the 1st. Singled in the 4th inning, walked in the 5th and in the 3rd. It's that pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss at that one. Quickly now at 0-2. These two teams play again here tomorrow. For the Dawgs, head to Lethbridge for a couple of games on Saturday and then Sunday. Breaking pitch. Fouled away. It'll be 0-2 again. And then Canada Day, right back here. Dawgs against Brooks. Tuesday, July 1st, 7:05 with the fireworks after the ball game. And the 0-2 again. Nice breaking pitch. Good take from Sanchez, and it's 1-2. Weyburn fans who have made the trek or followed the team are in a bit of a disagreement with what we saw there. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. So Sanchez sits down with the strikeout. Second time he has been K'd today, and there's 2 away.
Center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
And so now Jake Skaggs will come to the plate, hit by a pitch 3 times tonight, and a single in the 4th. It's right back up the middle, past Kinter. Play made at short. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. A good play by Tanabe puts the Dawgs down in order here in the 7th. To the 8th we go at Siemens Stadium. It's a 2-run ball game on FloCollege.
$1,040 is yours. Play your winnings. Dawgs office.
Now pitching for your Dogs out of the University of Colorado Pueblo, number 31, Alex Oliver.
Another new pitcher in the game for the Okotoks Dawgs as Alex Oliver checks in. Out of the University of Colorado Pueblo.
The first baseman, number 7, William Maythorpe.
As Maythorpe steps in, he is 1 for 3 in the ballgame, doubled and scored in the first. Now here in the 8th, takes the pitch from Oliver, outside 1-0. Oliver this year, 10 games, 2-1 with a 3.85 ERA. Has a save. 11 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. High chopper, that one chopped off of the foot. So Mayencourt's going to walk that one off, and the count is going to be even at 1-1. Last outing for Oliver, he gave up 1 earned run in an inning and a third, 1 hit and 1 strikeout. Picked up a win back on June 14th against Energy City, striking out 1 in an inning of work against them, and a 3-2 victory for the Dawgs. Born in Grove, Oklahoma. The 1-1. Swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. And the pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Mayencourt strikes out for the second time today. He is in disagreement with that one, and there is 1 down for Ian Heck, who absolutely crushed one in his first at bat, helping the Beavers to a 3-0 lead. Heck had quite the season with the York University Panthers. As the first pitch is in for a strike, it is 0-1. 48 games, 398 average with 18 home runs and 72 runs batted in. Also pitched 69 innings, went 7-4. That one misses 1-1. 7-4 with a 5.61 ERA, 76 strikeouts in 69 innings, walking just 32 in that time. So a 398 hitter and over a strikeout per inning. That is quite the year, and now he pops this one straight up back behind home plate. Eventually it's going to drift over to Croson, who will make the play for the out. I said before, the wind doesn't seem to be affecting the flags anyway, but we've seen a couple foul balls tonight that have just ended up drifting on some guys and making some plays. So I wonder if there's a little bit more of a wind down at field level or what's going on, but we have seen a few awkward-ish plays on foul balls. Nonetheless, there are 2 down now, and the batter will be Dauphiny. 0 for 3 in the ballgame, was robbed at third base by Matchy. Takes that one, 1-0. And the pitch. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Dauphiny hit .373 with Central Baptist College this year. 7 home runs, 44 RBI. The 1-1 breaking ball misses up and in, and it's 2-1. Dauphiny looking to extend the inning here for the Beavers, as they have been shut down with just 3 base runners since the second inning. That one misses 3-1. Things were going great for them with a 4-0 lead. Yeah, just 3 base runners since that time, allowing the Dawgs to take the lead. Now they're looking to take it back. The 3-1 hit over to the right side and through for a base hit. Dauphiny finding his way aboard for the first time today, and the potential tying run now comes to the plate for the Beavers here in the 8th, with Trevor Dale coming to the plate. Dale is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Walked in the 6th, struck out in the 1st, and a ground out to 3rd in the 3rd. And so a meeting out on the mound now for the Dawgs to discuss how to go after Dale. Giving us an opportunity to look at the out-of-town scoreboard again. Sylvan Lake with a 7-2 lead on Brooks in the bottom of the 7th. Moose Jaw has a 5-4 lead out in Fort McMurray. Regina Red Sox with a 7-6 lead over Medicine Hat out in Athletic Park in the top half of the 8th inning. Earlier today was Energy City with a 4-2 win over Swift Current. So some close ones tonight, not in Sylvan Lake, it's 7-2, but here it's 6-4, in Fort McMurray it's 5-4, and in Medicine Hat it is 7-6. And with Energy City, they had a 4-2 win earlier, so a lot of tight scores across the WCBL tonight. Trevor Dale now back at the dish. First pitch in for a strike at 0-1. Dale out of Colorado Springs University. Swing and a foul tip on that one. It's 0-2. Hitting .351 this year for the Beavers out of West Valley City, Utah. Crowd here at Siemens Stadium getting behind the pitcher Oliver. Ready for the 0-2. And it gets away from Areola. Up to second base goes Dauphiny. And it's now a 1-2 count with a runner in scoring position for the Beavers with a couple away. That one just gets off the top of the glove. So now Dale with 16 runs batted in this season. Looking for at least one more, but he's behind in the count. 1-2 to Oliver. The pitch. Swing and a strike 3. Oliver getting a big strikeout there. 2 in the ball game. Give him 9 on the year. And give the Dawgs a 6-4 lead going to the bottom of the 8th here at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks on FloCollege.
Tonight's sing-along is brought to you by Red Church Calgary.
Bottom of the 8th.
Number 12,
It'll be 3, 4, and 5 up for the Dawgs, looking for a little bit of insurance. Up 6-4 here from Siemens Stadium, Western night in Okotoks. First pitch is in for a strike there as Kinter continues to deal. Scansey, Eisman, and Croson here for Okotoks. Stung, but right at the second baseman. Alva will make the play for out number 1. And so Scansey remaining the only dog that hasn't reached base today. He does have an RBI, but the only dog to not at least reach base, which will bring Eisman to the plate. He is 1 for 4. He singled and scored in the 6th.
Designated hitter, number 28, Henry Eisman.
Eisman in the left-handed batter's box, ready for the lefty-righty matchup. Takes the pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Eisman got into 30 games with the Dogs last season, hitting .317 with a couple of home runs and 25 runs batted in. Ready now with the 0-1. Lifts this ball over to the left side. This one hooking toward the corner, and it's foul. Just bouncing out of play out of reach of Noah Brooks. A few feet away from a double instead. The count now 0-2 to the Dogs' DH. If Montevallo was GSC All-Academic in 2023 and was just all-around good against Reinhardt in 2025. The 0-2. Got him looking on the outside corner, strike 3. So quickly 2 away, and the batter will be Connor Croson. Croson walked in the 6th and was picked off. Also walking in the 2nd inning. So looking to find his way aboard for the 3rd time and keep the inning rolling here for the Dogs in the 8th. Coming up in the 9th, it will be Alva, Tanabe, and Gurney. As Croson hits this one to 3rd, that one is out of play, foul, 0-1. Just outside of the 3rd base bag, a good snag by Dale anyway. Croson getting that batting average to 400 with the 4 hits yesterday. Couple home runs. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Don't see him come out of his shoes like that often, but looking for a big hit there, trying to spark this Okotoks crowd and extend the lead. The 0-2. Waits on it and skies into the air to right center field. It's a long run, but a good play by Chet McDaniel will close this out. So the Dogs go in order in the 8th. Last chance for the Beavers in the 9th. Coming at you next here on FloCollege.
Now pitching for your Dogs at Olympic Community College, number 33, Easton Corey. Second base number 4, Alex Alva.
Top half of the ninth inning here in Okotoks. Dawgs looking to close out a 6-4 lead, and to do so, they turn to Easton Corey out of Lynn Benton Community College in Pendleton, Oregon. First pitch misses low and in, 1-0. Corey making his 4th appearance of the year. No decisions yet. An ERA of 3. 3 innings pitched. He has 1 save, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. It's behind here, 1-0. With Alva at the plate, now behind 2-0. Alva in the ballgame 0 for 3. Corey picking up a save June 19th against Brooks. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout there. That one in on the hands, fouled away, 2-1. That one may have had some break to it, as that's not necessarily a pitch you want to be swinging at 2-0. Maybe some late movement and fought off nonetheless, 2-1. Hard hit over to the third. Croson backs up on it. It's a tough throw across the diamond. Not quite in time. Heck of an effort. Sorry, that's Matchy over at third base. Apologies. He's had a very good game at third. Very nice snag there, but a tough throw across the diamond. It is ruled a hit, and rightfully so for Alva. Lead off man aboard here in the 9th. Potential tying run coming to the plate in Zach Tanabe. Infield single for Alva brings Tanabe to the plate, already with a home run in the ballgame. First pitch misses low, 1-0. Few fans not thrilled with that one. It was a solo home run for Tanabe in the first. He has struck out twice since. He was rather displeased with the last strikeout. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. It's 1-1. Corey's last appearance had 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout in 1 inning yesterday. Back out there today, takes the look over at Alva at first. Comes set with the 1-1, and this ball is skied to right field. Going back on it is Scansey in front of the track. He'll make the play for out number 1. So Tanabe giving another one a ride out to right. But it'll be the first out of the inning with Rob Gurney now coming to the plate. Some last-minute instructions from Tanabe with Gurney coming up. Gurney singled in the second and is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Gurney out of the University of Pikeville. Getting into 9 games with the Bears this season. He had 2 hits. 1 of them was a home run. He has 1 home run this season here with the Beavers. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. It was a huge offensive outburst last night, and now it is nail-biting time for the Dawgs tonight. The 1-0, runner goes, the pitch, a ball, the throw to second is just off the mark. And apologies, the pitch was ruled a strike, so it'll be 1-1. A stolen base there for Alva, the second baseman. And now he sits in scoring position, as that throw just hit off of the glove of Rose out there at second. Don't think they would have had him anyway. A good jump from Alva. Give him now 8 stolen bases on the year. Count even 1-1 to Gurney. Born in Campbell River, BC. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Corey reaching back for a little bit more velocity here on a Friday night. The count now 1-2. Runner in scoring position, 1 away, 9th inning. 2-run ball game here in Okotoks. 3-time defending champs looking to seal another one away. The 1-2. Fouled back. Okotoks looking for their 3rd win in a row. Reminder, these 2 teams will play here tomorrow as well. Another 7 o'clock start for a Saturday night game here in Okotoks. The Dawgs head out for a couple against Lethbridge. Weyburn will continue on to Brooks. But still a bit to go tonight as that pitch misses up and away. It's 2-2. on a good take from Gurney. They're looking for a pitch to drive, and there's a breaking ball up. Every siren is going off to try to kill that thing. But a good take, leaving that one up in the zone. And it's 2-2, or up out of the zone, I should say. Siemens Stadium getting behind Oliver, the 2-2. High fly ball into center field, charging in is Skaggs, and he won't get there. It drops in for a base hit. Alva had to hold at second to make sure that ball wasn't caught. He only gets to third. There's runners in the corners with one away here in the ninth. I don't know if Skaggs baited him and if that worked or not, but faked that he was going to catch it. And maybe helping to hold up Alva at third. We have a pinch runner into the ball game now for Weyburn, as checking in is going to be Luke Malczewski out of Whitman College. So he is going to be the pinch runner, and now discussion out on the mound. I would imagine a couple of things being discussed, like what to do if or when Malczewski runs. You don't want to necessarily give up a free run over at third base. You also don't necessarily want the tying run in scoring position. So a lot to figure right now. With Chet McDaniel up at the plate. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game today. Hitting .231 on the year. The pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. McDaniel singled and was stranded at second in the fifth. Struck out in the seventh after starting his game with a fly out to center field. The 1-0. Fouls that one away. It's 1-1. This season with Central Baptist College, McDaniel had a very good year, hitting .308 with 3 home runs, 21 runs batted in. The 1-1 fouls that one off, and it's 1-2. With the top of the order due up next. Corey at the long look in, readies for the 1-2. A little bit more gas on that one, missed outside, 2-2. That's one of those ones we've talked about before, where you're just looking for a little bit extra oomph to put that one away and maybe pull it just a bit. But certainly strikeouts in the repertoire of Easton Corey. Or Corey Easton, sorry. The 2-2. Swinging and a strike 3. Pulls the string on the breaking ball, and there's 2 down in the ninth. You see that velocity, you're geared up for the velocity, and then he brings that kind of a breaking pitch. There's some kind of nasty for the second out of the inning. And now it'll bring Noah Brooks to the plate. Brooks has reached base 3 times in the ball game, was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. First pitch fouled away, it's 0-1. Brooks hitting .349 this year with 19 runs batted in, 3 home runs. Has the potential tying run standing over at first base in Malczewski, who's not going. The pitch fouled back, and the Beavers down to their final strike. Easton Corey had 38 strikeouts in 32 and a third innings this season, and 3 saves with Lynn Benton Community College. He has another save and now 3 strikeouts in just over 3 innings of work with the Dawgs. Looking for another to seal away a win. The 0-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Good battle here from Noah Brooks, the leadoff hitter for Weyburn. Has been a tough out for Okotoks tonight. Corey gets the sign. The veteran catcher, Jason Arriola, long look in. Now they come to it. And Brooks will take a second to think about it. Crowd remaining. Gets behind Corey, the 0-2. Just missed. And the game rolls on, 1-2. Few thousand umpires in the stands. Call a ball on that one. Or call a strike on that one, but the one that mattered, called ball, 1-2. Crowd behind him again. The pitch, breaking ball, missed again. It's 2-2. Corey with a bit of a smirk out there on the mound. It is one thing to get a little annoyed by those, but you don't want them to affect the pitches. And some tired hands continue to clap here in Okotoks. The 2-2 from the righty out of Oregon. The pitch. Foul away. We'll do it again. And a good battle here from Brooks. The Beavers leadoff man. Showing exactly why they put him at the top of the order, as he is not an easy out up there. Looking to bring Mayencourt to the plate. Looking to bring Alva in as well. The 2-2. Breaking ball stung to short. Sanchez has it bounce off him into left field. Alva will score. Melzewski's on his horse to third. The game continues with a big hit from Noah Brooks, and it's a 6-5 game now with runners at the corners again. It is ruled an error on Sanchez. And the potential tying run now 90 feet away. So Alva scores. 6-5 now is your score. And the usually sure-handed Ricky Sanchez had that one just skip off of his leg and go into the outfield. Mayencourt hits it to second. Rose has it. The throw to first is in time, and that's the ball game. Some tension at the end, but the Okotoks Dawgs come away with a 6-5 win here tonight at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks fell behind 4-0 in the first 2 innings, but then 3 runs in the fourth, another 2 in the fifth, and 1 more in the sixth. Helped to put this one away and extend the win streak to 3 for Okotoks. These 2 teams will meet right back here tomorrow at Siemens Stadium. Another 7 o'clock start. If you can't make it down to the ballpark, we will have it for you here on FloCollege. The Beavers with 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Dawgs pick up their 3rd win in a row with 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. We will see you guys tomorrow night here from Siemens Stadium. Good night, everybody. FloCollege.
And at FloCollege.com, we keep on with all the baseball excitement. That's FloCollege.com. Get home safe, Dawgs fans.